Good afternoon, all of you. Am I audible? Just write in the chat box. Okay. So I am sharing you the slides for today's lecture. Right. So today's topic is static and dynamic economics. As we already discussed the static economics in our last class, so today we are going to discuss the dynamic economics part. All of you understand the static economics? We studied in our last class. Just write yes or no in the chat box. Is there any requirement to study the static economics once again, or shall we proceed further to study dynamic economics? If all of you understand the static economics, then we will proceed further to study dynamic economics. Otherwise, we will once again study the static economics. Just write in the chat box. So how many participants are there? 19. Are there more participants waiting in the queue? Sneha Panwar, switch off your microphone. Mute your microphone. Sneha Panwar. Sneha Panwar, mute your microphone. Yashi Gupta, mute your microphone. Am I audible to you? Just write in the chat box. Is Yashi Gupta, mute your microphone. Sneha Panwar, Shivani Lada, mute your microphone. So all of you, if all of you understand the static economics, then we will proceed for dynamic economics in today's class. Or should we continue with the static economics once again? Just write in the chat box. Who is the CR of your class? Who is the class representative of your class? No one. So no class representative is there in the first year. Okay. So we will proceed with the dynamic economics. Now dynamic economics is the more realistic method of analyzing the behavior of the economy or certain economic variables through time. So here time is the main thing. Where in the static economics the time is constant, but in dynamic economics the time keeps on changing. So in the words of Professor Schumpeter says, we call a relation dynamic if it connects economic quantities that refer to different points of time. Emphasis on the word different points of time. Thus, if the quantity of a commodity that is offered at a point of time is plus or minus is considered as dependent upon the price that prevailed at the point of time t minus 1. That is a dynamic relation. So, for any for any item's price, it depends on its t minus 1 times price. So it means economic dynamic is analysis of dynamic relationships. For example, the supply is for a good in the market in the given time t depends upon the price that prevails in the preceding period, that is t minus 1. The relationship between supply and price is said to be dynamic. So basically, if any quantity or any item's price depends on the time, then it comes under the dynamic economics. And if the item's price is constant with respect to time, then it comes under the static economics. So this is the definition of dynamic economics. And other definitions are, now according to Herold, economic dynamics deals with the rate of change. An analysis or a theory is dynamic if the rate of change of certain variables are considered to depend on the rate of change of other variable. So basically, the the rate of change of one variable dependent on the rate of change of other variables is considered in dynamic economics. In his view, dynamic studies an economy in which rates of output are changing. He defines economic dynamics as the study of necessary relations between the rates of growth of the different elements in a growing economy. So this definition is given by Harut. Now, in modern economic theory, both Fristian and Herodian concept of economic dynamic have been adopted. Thus, in modern economic dynamic analysis concerns itself with either establishing functional relationship between economic variables relating to different points of time or considering rates of change of variables in a growing economy and how they are related to each other. So in modern economy, we club both the points, like the different points of time, first concept, and considering the rates of change of variables. So both these concepts are being clubbed in the modern economic definition of dynamic economy. So while the former means the different points of time involve the periodic analysis, whereas the rate of change of variable depends with the rate of change analysis. So this is the modern definition of dynamic economics. It clubs both the concept with related to different points of time and considering rates of change of variable. So these all are the definitions of dynamic economics. Now moving on to the next slide. Now this is the dynamic economic curve. As we already discussed in our last class, the static economic curve. So in a similar way, we will going to define the dynamic economic curves as well. So you can see from the diagram. So here DD is the demand curve. You can see that DD is the demand curve and SS is the supply curve. This is the supply curve. Suppose the initial price is OP1. So the initial price, you can see that from the bottom O is there and P1 is there. So the initial price is OP1. At OP1 price, supply of the commodity is more than its demand. So at OP1, the supply is more than its demand. So as a result, price falls. So this process of falling price continues till demand becomes equal to the supply of the commodity. So, so this is the condition uh, in which the price fall because the supply is more and the people wants the item in less demand, but the item is more in supply. So the price falls. So E is the point. Here you can see that E is there in the middle. Here E is there. So E is the point where demand for the supply of the commodity are equal. So this point is called as the equilibrium point. So here OP is the equilibrium price. So you can see that OP is the equilibrium price and OM is the quantity demanded and supplied. So OM, you can see that OM is the quantity demanded and supplied. So this equilibrium path of the price change is shown through the arrow lines. You can see that these are the arrows. From P1 arrow has been inverted inside to the center. So this equilibrium path of the price change is shown through the arrow lines in the figure. So you can see that in the dynamic economic curve, uh, we come across the condition where at some time the price falls and in other time the price rises. So we need to find the point at which the demand and supply will be equal. And at that point is called as the equilibrium point. So equilibrium point we also studied in the static economic curve as well. But at that time, the price and demand are in equilibrium at first, but in the dynamic economics curve, one or the two condition first arises, and we need to find the condition in which equilibrium point we can get the equilibrium point. So this is the dynamic economic curve. All of you understand it? Just write in the chat box. Are there more participants waiting in the queue for joining the class? Shall we proceed further to the next slide? Okay, so moving on to the next slide. Now the next topic is features of dynamic economics. So Professor Clark has pointed out the features of dynamic economics. So Professor Clark also gives the features of static economics as well. Now according to Professor Clark, the features of dynamic economics are: in a dynamic economy, population grows, quantity of capital grows, modes of production improve, industrial institutions undergo changes. Inefficient organizations are replaced by efficient organizations. Habits of people, fashion, and customs change as want of the people increases. So, as you can see in all these features, uh, uh, they are changing with respect to time. These features are dependent on time and they are changing. At one time, they are in some situation they are growing. In some situations, they are diminishing. So these are the features of dynamic economy. But in the case of static economy, all are uh, remain constant with respect to time. So these are the features given by Professor Clark. Now moving on to the next slide. Now importance of dynamic economics. Now first importance is study of time element. So time element occupies an important role in dynamic economics. Economic problems concerning continuous change of economic variables and path of change can be studied only in dynamic economics. So we will going to study the time element in dynamic economics. Now the second importance is trade cycle. So theories of trade cycles have been advocated only through the introduction of dynamic economics. Theories of trade cycles are based on dynamic economics as they refer to the fluctuation of the different time period. So, in a particular time period, the trading is been done very fastly or reaching a certain limit. But in different time period, the trading is less with comparison to the other period. So trade cycles are also dependent on the time period. So dynamic economic. So this is the importance of dynamic economic. Now moving on to the next slide. Now basis of many economic changes. So dynamic economy has an important place in economic because many economic theories are based on it. For example, saving the investment theory, theory of interest, effect of time element in price determination, etc. are based on dynamic economics. So dynamic economic is the basis for many economic theories. Many economic theories are dependent on dynamic economics. The next importance is more flexible approach. So dynamic analysis is more flexible. It is more flexible than static analysis. So models regarding the possibilities of economic change can be developed in dynamic analysis. That is why it has been found a useful mode of study. As it is flexible in nature, so it is more useful for study. The next importance is realistic approach. So dynamic economic analysis is nearer to reality. So in a real world, economic variables like national income, consumption of goods, etc., change irregularly and uncertainly. So moreover, economic variables of the previous period also affect the present economy. So as we all know that all the things are changed with respect to time. So this approach is more realistic in nature with respect to the static economic. So these are all the important points of dynamic economics. So all of you understand it? Just write in the chat box. Okay, so moving on to the next slide. Now the next topic is limitations of dynamic economy. So just like some importance, there are some limitations as well for dynamic economic. So first limitation is complex approach. So dynamic economic analysis is a complex approach for the study of economic variables because it is based on time element. So as it is based on time element, so some complexity is also there. To find solutions of various problems, we have to make use of mathematics and economics, which is beyond the understanding of a common man. So that's why as it deals with mathematics and economics, so the common man did not understand it much more freely, the concept of economic. So the dynamic economics approach is very complex to understand. Now, second limitation is not fully developed. So many economists like Samuelson and Herold have developed a dynamic approach of economic analysis. They have developed their theories through dynamic analysis, but this mode of economic analysis has not been fully developed. The reason is that factors affecting economic variables change very soon. As dynamic economic is based on changing variables, or you can say that changes with respect to time. So the factors are changed with respect to time very soon. So dynamic approach is not developing at the speed at which economic factor changes. So it is not fully developed and it keeps on changing because the factors on which the dynamic economic is based, they keep on changing. So it is not fully developed. Now moving on to the next slide. Now the comparison. Now the comparison between static economic and dynamic economic. So there are some properties uh, by which we compare the static and dynamic economic. So first property is time element. So all of you clearly see the slide. So I am zooming it out so that you can clearly see it. Now you will clearly see it. So we are going to compare the static economics and dynamic economics. So the first property is time element. So in case of static economy, it is also called as timeless economy because it is not dependent on time. So here all economic variables refer to the same point of time. So it is called as timeless economy. But in case of dynamic economy, here time element occupies an important role. So economic variables refer to different points of time. So this is the first difference between static and dynamic economy. Now the second difference is process of change. In case of static economy, it does not show the path of change. It only tells about the condition of equilibrium. For example, it is called a still picture, where it shows the condition of equilibrium. But in the case of dynamic economic, it also shows the path of change. For example, it is called a movie of the market. It gives the complete picture of the market. Now, the third point of difference is equilibrium. In case of static economic, it studies only a particular point of equilibrium. But in case of dynamic economy, it also studies the process by which equilibrium is achieved. As a result, there may be equilibrium or may be disequilibrium. So here we can find the equilibrium or disequilibrium as well. But in case of disequilibrium, we need to reach the equilibrium point all the time in order to satisfy the supply and demand in equilibrium condition. The next point of difference is study of reality. So in case of static economic, it is far from reality because everything must be changed with time. But in the case of static economic, it the everything must be constant with respect to time. So here all the important economic variables like fashion, population, models of production, etc. are assumed to be constant. So that's why it is far from reality. But in the case of dynamic economics, it is nearer to reality. Here all the economic variables are changeable. So that's why it is nearer to reality. So these are all the differences of static and dynamic economy. So that's all. This topic. So this is the last slide of static and dynamic economy. So I will share you this slide uh, on your Google Classroom code. I already shared the two slides of our previous class in the Google Classroom. I think all of you will get it. Already get it. All of you join the Google Classroom. I already shared the previous classroom notes on the Google Classroom. All of you get the notes of the previous two classes from the Google Classroom. Just write yes or no in the chat box. So okay. So I am sharing this as well later today. Shall we start the next topic, or start in the next class, because only five 5 minutes are left. I think we should start from the next class, because in that because in today's case we also take only the dynamic economics, as we already discussed the static economics in our last class. And in 5 minutes, uh, the next topic will not going to be finished. Okay, so we will going to start our next topic in the next class. So, so thank you very much, and now you can leave the meeting. रोशनी सोनी, साहिल चौधरी, शीतल शर्मा,